The Las Vegas penthouse scene in episode 2 of Heated Rivalry was a mix of exciting and excruciating in some of the best and worst possible ways. I write BDSM novels, so please let me explain. When Shane arrives at Ilya's penthouse, Ilya doesn't let him in the door. He comes in himself, and Ilya remains standing at the window. The blocking of the scene is interesting because Shane is forced to come to Ilya. Ilya doesn't even budge when Shane congratulates him on his MVP award. It's at this moment that Ilya tells Shane to take off his clothes. Shane complies as he folds each garment. It looks like Ilya would like something to happen in the living room, only Shane mentions his windows. So Ilya takes hold of the chair and drags it forcefully into the bedroom, placing it opposite the bed. This hints at Ilya's physicality and control over his environment. Then he tells Shane to get on the bed and to give him a show since it's his special day. This kind of exhibitionism on demand is a pretty common request in erotic humiliation, especially with a reserved or shy partner. The prospect of being on display is potentially terrifying, but also exciting. This is Shane's first time being objectified in this way, and he's not quite sure what to do with his hands at first. His face makes his confusion clear as Ilya sits wrapped. Their respective roles are further clarified when Shane asks for some vodka, and Ilya says no, not until after, as a reward. Now, my favorite moment in this scene is when Ilya goes, "Do you want to know how it feels?" Shane is confused. How what feels? Now, in this context, you'd probably expect a certain kind of answer. Only Ilya says, "holding the cup," referencing hockey success. This is another example of a wicked mindfuck where Ilya plays around with Shane's anticipation and expectations. Shane can't believe what he's heard and pelts Ilya with his underwear. Shane then asks Ilya if he's going to fuck him. But it's only when Shane says he needs him, a confession Ilya practically has to extract, that Ilya rises from the chair. Hot sex follows, and then we see the guys again when they're sitting on the bed afterwards. Neither says much, and then Ilya indicates he'd like to go to sleep. Shane leaves, and in the elevator we note that he's feeling unfulfilled because we see an unset text that says, "We didn't even kiss." Now this is an under-discussed but important aspect of kink, namely aftercare. Sex scenes, whether mild or wild, can evoke intense feelings because of hormones and adrenaline. It's biological in addition to emotional. In the kink scene, there's the concept of aftercare where the participants consciously anticipate the phenomenon and work to avoid the drop that often occurs. Ilya fell short here. There are lots of reasons why this might have happened, but he could have done better, especially since he was the experienced one, and the burden of anticipating and addressing this hormonal crash should have fallen on him. The absence of a little snuggle, or even a kiss, added to Shane's feelings of disappointment. Now, given how empathetic Ilya is, the fact that he literally kept his distance was probably protective, an emotional shield, but it resulted in an emotional toll in Shane. I may do further kink breakdowns if there's interest, so please let me know if there are any other pervy scenes in the series that you're curious about. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.